must, interest you today that we have somebody very, very, very important in the studio, from our TV screens to our airwaves. He's our guest today. Our guest today is an actor who has over time portrayed his dexterity and also prowess when it comes to acting. And I said it, and I've said it earlier. I think I've said it to him in the DMs that he's a blessing to Nollywood, and we're grateful to have people like him who enact roles like it's a reality. And thank you so much, for joining us today. He is one of the actors in the movie, yes, To Kill a Monkey. I know a lot of you have been speculating, why are you talking about To Kill a Monkey? He is in fact, the lead actor in the series To Kill a Monkey by Kemi Adetiba. And apart from To Kill a Monkey, most people don't know that he has actually been doing a lot. Have you seen the movie Ajoche? He was part of the brains behind that, the cast there. Also Lovers War, several movies, in his portfolio that you need to go check out. And we have in the studio the one and only William Benson, aka Bros Efi. Brotherly, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling very fine. Thank you for having me here.
It's so exciting to have you here. I must say, it's so surreal because I just saw the series a couple of days ago, and I've been hearing a lot of spoilers. I'm like, you people should please calm down now. Let me go see this movie because I'm a big movie fan. So I was like, okay, definitely we have to have you on Breakfast in the City. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence, thank you so much for being so calm and patient with us. You're such an amazing person. How's it been so far? You look amazing, by the way. Love your shirt.
Thank you.
Have you been doing so far? The reception has been amazing.
Yes,
how have you been coping with all of the attention?
Well, it's surreal right now because before now, one has been there since and all that. People acknowledge your work, but not at the capacity at which they are acknowledging it right now. Not just Nigeria, not just Africa. It's worldwide, and you get people coming to your DM from outside the country and saying, well done, you really, really, really graced the show and you poured out your heart. There's nothing as wonderful as you hearing such comments from beautiful people around the world.
All right, I'm glad that you're getting this reception because, like I said, you've been in the game for a while. Yeah. I've seen several movies, even on YouTube, that you featured in, and you're still the same William Benson, enacting his role, excellently, and that was what you did on, to Kill a Monkey. And I'm glad a lot of people are recognizing that now. Would you say this is like the highlight of your career so far?
Well, this is the Uber highlight, if I would say, because Ajoche actually was as strong as this. But sometimes, like I said, God's timing and within his timeline usually sets the difference. Said the difference between good and great is paying attention to the details.
Certainly.
Yes, being very thorough. Ajoche was thorough, and having to work with Kemi Adetiba on To Kill a Monkey, I saw another level of thoroughness and the span, the energy with which he pays attention to everybody. All the actors to her are important because they all drive the story. And another beauty of it is that she has the vision, she wrote the film, and she's directing the film, and all we actors needed to do was to show up and show up strong and be vulnerable. Let her have total control, let her have total when I say total control, it's not like you don't have a say in it, but let her mold us the way she wants to mold us, because she's the one seeing the vision. And that was what we all did, and that brings us to the place of collaboration, because a lot of times in most of our films we always come with the edge of competing with each other rather than collaborating with each other, because we're telling a story. We want the audience to get the information from the story. I'm not coming there to show you I'm a star. I'm already a star. Why? Because when people see your work, they love your work. They are the ones who give you the accolades and put you at that pedestal that makes you feel very important. So with this, everybody was collaborative. Everybody we all poured out our heart that when you watch it, everybody's doing what they ought to do. we're all characters within the frame of Kemi's work, To Kill a Monkey, and she excellently executed her job using good tools. So I would say we were ready tools in the hand of a ready director, and yeah, that's basically it.
I mean, I hear a lot of people call her, especially actors like you, call her the actor's director.
Yes.
Please, can you put that into perspective? What does that mean? Does she act, or does she like get into your
So when we
subconscious?
say a director is an actor's director, she knows how to drive you to the place where you hit the notes. Like you have in music, they say, oh, there's this octave, there's this level and all that. You drive the song from low to crescendo.
Yeah.
And Kemi is that kind of person who doesn't leave you to your demise and all that, or devices, whichever one you want to call it, because sometimes actors get to that point where they gag,
Yes.
where they have brain freeze and all that, but Kemi doesn't allow you get to that point. If she feels that is happening, she holds you back and she knows how to psych you into that space. She's not just a director, she's a wonderful psychologist, and she understands the tenet of filming or filmmaking, and she understands the actor's frame,
Yeah.
and having to have these 2 points, she knows how to.
So she sort of provides a template.
She brings a template, she brings you into it, and if she's not getting what she is seeing, it's like a painter painting on a canvas. You will splash paint in some way, you look at it again, you carry purple and go, and then you take black and you go. So she's seeing it, and as she goes on with you, it's like each phase is open up for her, and it opens up to greatness. And I think any director that hasn't gotten to that place where the muse keeps opening for you, it becomes a very tough one where you don't have a say, where your actors are. So you just, oh, it's you, no, just do it, I trust you. No, don't do that. The reason why you are the director is because you are the guide. You're the one you're the one plotting the whole thing, and all you need is an actor who is ready to work. And we were already, and Kemi is an actor's director. She knows how to drive you there.
Shout out to Kemi Adetiba. I mean, she's such an amazing director, like you said, and also a producer. But before we dig deep into To Kill a Monkey, I'm already seeing some comment. I'm seeing Bruce Efe. Is it because he's here? So yeah, in case you're just tuning in, we have William Benson, the seasonal actor, and obviously Bruce Efe of To Kill a Monkey. Let's go back a bit.
Yes, please.
Mental, I beg your pardon, acting comes with a lot of mental stress. How do you detox?
So it doesn't come. I don't know what people mean by stress. If you don't enjoy what you do, it becomes a chore. It becomes work. As an actor, I enjoy what I do. I know what I'm supposed to do, because given the frame of years I've been in the industry, I've grown, I've honed my skills, and I'm still honing. I'm never full. When I come into any environment as an actor, I drop whatever is inside of me, whatever I know. I come in fresh. They say the heart or the mind of a child is a tabula rasa, a clean slate where you imprint whatever impression you want them to grow up with. How do I detox? When I come into my space, I get in my lines and all that. I have learned not to keep the character is not me. Sometimes the character can be very volatile, like you have Oboz, or when you see Buchi in real life, is not that person. So the capacity and the ability for you to
separate yourself,
to get into your character, then you get to the point where you let go. And what I devised as a tool for that is what I call rap with -R. Rap, double P ending it, -R. R is research, A is analysis, P is practice, the second P is performance. So these are the tools with which I get into my character, because when you give me the character Bible and I study the character Bible, I read the script, I understand what, then I want to get the director's leaning. But I don't have any point of view to impose on it. I don't get into the headspace. Where we're picking the character from is from the place where the story starts. Then if you begin to talk about backstory is just to help you put things in perspective. It's not to determine anything within the frame of when the story start, because when we get to that point, we begin to fall back and say, oh, I think my character should do this. I think you're thinking for the character. Don't let the character think
for itself.
The character is only using your being, your body, your voice, your legs, your arms, and all that. So the arrow at the end is where I detox, which is called release. You release everything you have imbibed, which isn't you. It's most actors kind of fall into that trap of the accolades they get from outside. At the end of the day, they want to be the character they played last and all that, and you see them do the same thing in every film they do, to the point you ask yourself, is this part 100 or is this part 200? Your ability to understand who your character is where the research comes in. Your whatever you've researched all through the period you're trying to understand your character is where you begin to talk about it to yourself, and within what you've written down is called your analysis. Then when you carry those information that you have analyzed, you let the character get into it, soak into it. That's when you begin to practice your script. Then the time for performance, you step on, and whatever comes off it is as a result of what you have gathered together with the character. And then you're done. You tell the character, nice working with you. I have to go back to me, William.
I mean, I must say you have so much depth. Have you ever thought of, like, I mean, maybe you have it already, like an academy for acting? Because you just called me. I was literally taking mental notes. Like, I'm already considering being an actor just from listening to what you talk.
I've been doing that for a bit. I did ENG 154 with the English department before I entered into school, Unilag. And ENG 154 is called Theatre Workshop, where students who take it as elective are trained. And I also took it out of that environment when I started doing my own shows within the frame. I'm one of the first directors that you have in theatre that would teach you acting at the same time within the frame of what you're doing, pay you for your services still. You usually don't get that. I just feel it's an opportunity to help people. Yes, I'm considering that.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
All right. Now let's go into To Kill a Monkey, because that is the rave of the moment right now. Everybody's talking about it. Opinions here and there. In fact, I made a video and I'm going to post it about To Kill a Monkey. All right. So I'm not going to say this again. If you're Team Efe, say your Team Efe on WhatsApp or call, or if you're Team Obos, drop a message. I'm sorry to those who have not seen it. You're sleeping on a bicycle, I must say. Now, To Kill a Monkey, when you first saw the script, what was your first reaction?
So before I saw the script, I always tell this part of the story because it's divinity at work. And on a Wednesday I was in church. We went for evangelism, and when I got back I wasn't satisfied with what I've done, so I took more flyers. I went off again to evangelize. Then once I was done, I came back. I was hungry, and I went into the church restaurant to eat. By the time I got in there, my pastor was sitting down, so he raised his head up and looked at me. I said, kneel down, let me bless you. Before I hit my knees on the ground, he says, I'm done. I was like, okay, what kind of prayer is this?
Like, he didn't even mention any word.
All right. Then the next day, Kemi was calling and my phone was on silent because of the previous day. Then by the time I brought out my phone, it was Tola Odunsi that was calling me. So I picked it. I was like, probably I have a gig with him. And he said, oh, William, what's going on now? Kemi's been calling you. I said, which Kemi? He said, Kemi Adetiba. I said, what? Stop.
Like, from where to where?
No. I've been longing to work with this woman. Now she's the one calling me. I was like, God, thank you. So I called her back. Then she said, William, cut off, I'll call you back. So I did. Then she called back, and we were on the phone for about an hour, 30 minutes to almost 2 hours, and it was just Kemi talking about the script, talking about what the script is about, and I was just there like a child listening to a storyteller. And she went on, and you could feel the passion, the depth with which this woman was talking from nowhere. And she really understood what she wanted to do, and I was excited. I was looking forward to meeting her. Then said, "Oh, William." At the end of the conversation, he said, "William, we need you." I said, "What? Okay. William, we need you." 4 times. And she went the last time, "William, we need you." I said, "Okay, I am available." Then I said, "Okay, my brother will communicate with you and across the T's and dot the I's." Then finally we did that. Then they sent the script and I started reading the script. I was like, wow. By the time we got on set, before we got on set, Buchi or Boz,
Buchi
Franklin called me and said, "William, where are you? We've known each other from a distance. On while he was doing Jemeji, I was on Ajoche, and after that it was the AMVC of the year of Ajoche that I met him, and I call him Odogu Male, which is what I call him. When we shook and had pleasantries and all that. Then that was how I got to know him. Then when he found out that I was the one playing Efe, he called me and said, "William, where are you? Let's meet in Lekki." And we did meet in Lekki, and we sat down, we talked, we gisted, we had drinks, and we ate. Then we were really pulling energy from each other.
So you had that relationship before even coming on set.
Yes, so coming on set, having that conversation was to know, to feel each other's energy. And by the time we went on set, it happens to be that everybody that was on that set was electric.
You see, I think this is one of the series where we can all agree everybody's a bad guy.
Yep.
There is no good guy.
No good guy.
Everybody collects
at different levels of madness.
It's such a crazy work.
Yes, it is
a crazy work. So I'm just going to take from your perspective, removing Bros Efe, and from you watching as an audience like us. What is your take on Nosa, Bros Efe's wife? Do you think she's selfish? Do you think she did what she had to do, obviously, to protect her children? Was she being selfish? What's your take?
You see, personally, when we say someone is selfish, or someone is stingy, or someone is wicked, or someone is whatever title we give anybody, who is given the title? The person who is given the title is not responsible for the emotions that runs through the person they're giving such titles to. You don't know what you would do if you're in that situation. This is me, William, now talking, not Efe. Usually we can sit on the fence and judge the footballers playing in the field. That, play there, don't, my days.
You're in that situation.
But if they put you in the field and you see the miles with which they run and the speed at which they run and the kicking and the jabbing and the movement and all that, you will not say, "Oh, that guy is stupid, he should have kicked it." He should have. Doesn't mean it's easy to actually should have done. So for Nosa, she's living in her world. A woman who suffered with a man for so long, even when her mother was insulting this man, she still stood. She was there through and through, and there's nothing you want to say that can change the fact that she's the one bearing it. You've lost a child.
Yes.
You're trying to feed the ones you have. There is no milk. Now you have a man who is struggling to make ends meet, can't even feed himself, talk less of feeding
his family.
She's doing what she could, and you see her even when she put to bed, she went back to work, trying to show up to help the husband. She's actually someone you can call, that the Bible says, a helpmeet. Even with what she went through, anybody, if I'm having a relationship with you and someone shows me a picture or shows you a picture of me with another lady in a club, there's nothing that will wash that stain off. I will trust you, but
after all I've done
I
for
want
you,
to know why is it that way? Who is she? And having had to see Amanda Sparkles, the kind of person she is, any woman will feel that way, especially when you have come from nothingness to something, and now your husband is the rave of the moment in time, and you will be afraid. So she came from the place of fear, and that triggered the beast in her. So Nosa is a wonderful person, which is why at the end of the whole thing, if he didn't feel anything bad, because he was really feeling this person will really rat him out, but she was the only one that protected his, and all she did was, well, because of this family, because of the children, I'm still going to keep them together.
Right.
All the money you have, wherever you have it,
bring it.
You release it to me. I willingly gave it.
Okay.
Why? Because I'm pro-family. If he is pro-family, everything that he was fighting
was for his family.
Was for his family.
Like,
there's nothing.
I'm so Team Ife.
There's nothing you want to take out of it. Because everyone who talks, if I'm to have maybe an analysis or criticism of
what the characters.
Or the characters and all that, I would see him from the place of, this is a man who has struggled to prove to his family that he could be responsible, and now he gets into the space where he's ready. He tells the mother-in-law, you can't wear gold chain more than once. The one you wear today is different from the one you,
because he has seen poverty.
Do you understand? He wants to prove to the woman that all the insult you give to me, everything I give to you is a response to all those insults you give to me, which can be selfish too on his own part, because he wasn't thinking straight.
So what do you think about Obos? Because I personally, I agree with you what the analysis on Ife, because I feel Ife did everything for his family, whether he betrayed Obos or not. He didn't betray Obos for just himself, for his family. But do you think Obos, the character himself, was whatever action he got from Ife, he actually deserves it?
So Obos is a wonderful person. Obos is a team player, but not just a team player, but a cantankerous one, or what do I call it? A volatile one. Probably that's the appropriate word to use. A volatile one. Is on every extreme. Once he's drunk, what he does, he doesn't know. But that thing he has done can jeopardize a lot of people's lives. But once he gets out of that euphoria, he comes to the place of apology. But the question you now ask is, does Ife or anyone, even an Aussie boy, know that he would do anything silly? Because when you look at it, Aussie boy is protective of him. Aussie boy is always for him. Ife Mini is for his family, also for Obos, but at the same time trying not to go too deep into crime. He has gone deep into crime, but he doesn't want to go too deep into it. And everything he's been trying to do is to say, well, let's protect what we have. Let's not be too noisy about it. Obos goes to buy a boat. Now he wants to buy.
That scene was really crazy.
Do you understand? He wants to buy a helicopter. He just wants to flex. It is show off for him, and you have a lot of people like that, and it's happening in real time, where you have these Yahoo boys make money, and they just stay on their rooftop and be throwing money in the air. If you work for your money, why do they call some money old money? They call them old money because it has generational flow. But the one when you get it easy, you toss it out easy because you don't know the value or the pain in which you used to get it. So our boss is that kind of person. He believes if it will get him whatever he needs with regards to this newfound craze in tech. And now he's now dealing with an old dog teacher who is a mad man. And
to be fair, I think Ife doesn't really, in terms of the street life, he doesn't have it. He just acted based on impulse to save his family.
He's impulsive.
Yes.
His frustration will make him do whatever he wants to do. But our boss is a good. I'll call him good people. Why? Because he was the only one who saw him. He was the only one who saw his weakness. He was the only one who saw, as in, everybody looked at his weakness and insulted him. But our boss looked above his weakness and said, "Oh, you go work for me. Come work for me now." Our boss was the one that invited him. But the invitation is, the person you are inviting, does he have the heart to do what you are doing? Now, when he came the first time, he ran away. You were even the one who chased him out of the vehicle. He went and pondered and still faced crisis still. Got used by Madam Adoni, got thrown out or pushed away by different people. So, when life comes at you, the unavailable is evasive. They are available, you will hug, even if it's bad. So he ate his vomit by going back to a boss, and a boss laughed at him and all that. But this time he says, okay,
all right.
He thought about it. How do I prove this point to a boss? Okay, I'll use my technology. This is what I want to do. This I want to do it. I will help you refine everything, which he did.
Yeah.
He's fulfilled his part of it, the deal and all that. Our boss being a wonderful person, our boss being a volatile person, will react the way he reacts on the street.
Okay.
But this is now a refined street or boss. Everything he's been doing is against, if everything he does, even if he does it with a good heart, or
it affects his
family, and if his team, his family. And he told him in the restaurant, listen, I will do everything necessary to protect my family. I've been saying this. The reason why I'm giving up the percentage that you gave me, let's sort this guy out and focus on is for me to be able to be free. That because the first thing that happened to him, the daughter in the freezer, that will put fear in any father. You'll be looking above your shoulders. Then the next minute again, they attack the same kid in the hospital.
So he deserves what he got. He deserved what he got.
He had it coming. He had it coming. He had it coming.
All right.
But was it the best if he could do?
No,
I don't think so.
All right. I mean, thank God you're not being sentimental of being the fact that you acted it. I mean, let me just take some comments here. This is from Azuka. Azuka says, I am Team Efio all the way. Bro Dali, I greet you. Something they bother me seriously. I beg you. Who stole your laptop?
Azuka, we will go find out together.
Peter says, I'm Team both of them at this point.
Correct.
Jay Baba says, this guy is very loaded, man. See me wanting to be an actor just by listening to you. All right. I mean, such an interesting conversation we've been having since. Just before we wrap up, I just want you to tell me your favorite scene. And I don't know, why didn't you go back to that Mrs. Aduni? You should have gone back to do something strong on her, or like speaking of sexual harassment, when it comes to acting industry, a lot of people talk about how, especially in the early stages where you're still trying to find your foot, how people, directors and producers harass them, mostly from the ladies. Is this something that you've experienced as a man?
No, I haven't experienced it. I've heard people say they experienced it and all of that, but my own line of thought on that is whatever you do in the industry, just be honest with yourself, hone your skills, because sometimes solicitation doesn't come from the directors, it's the people who are desperate in wanting to be an actor. If you go to Asaba, you hear the stories of people paying to be actors in a film, that they would be lead and all that. So whatever is available is what people thrive on. What's it called? Bad behavior is on every side. If you in the school, some lecturers would intimidate you as a student. Sometimes some students go and elicit it before the lecturer. So like I would say, it is what is in the head when there's no wine in it that comes out when there's wine. So teach your children to be responsible and not to depend on people's support all the time based on having support in kind. You do this for me, I'll do that for you. If that comes up, call it off. If the person crosses the line, even after you call it off, then that person has committed the crime. Then you report it and be smart about it, because sometime back in Unilag, I wrote a series, I'm yet to do it, it's called Campus Chess, where the students are trying to outwit the lecturers are trying to outwit the students. So everybody's on their tentacles, working so hard to outwit the other. Then you have a student who's the HOD's daughter, and a lecturer is trying to advance on her and all that, and she didn't say my father is the HOD. She plotted everything and had her phone turned on, and you have other. So there are better ways to deal with your situation. When people, you can go live. Let them get naked. Let them go live, so the whole world see that I didn't thought he's the one that is going. He wants to make advances at me. So be smart about it and don't get yourself to that place where they'll be asking you for that. Hone your skills. If you're good,
they'll come
the value you carry brings money to you. But if you're not, you'll be chasing after money, and in the course of chasing after money, you get some crazy solicitations that are not advisable. So I'll say the skills
you're
are
jotting
better.
things down, because this is more than an interview. It's more like a session right now. Thank you so much for coming, William
Thank you
Benson.
for
You're
having
such an
me.
amazing personality.
Thank
And
you.
before I let you go, I just need to dig deep into your personal life.
Oh my days.
Yes.
You're asking the question
You're
there.
asking. Someone is saying, where are you from?
Okay.
Like originally from Nigeria, or where? Where are you from?
I'm from Nigeria. I'm
Which
from
state?
Delta State,
Okay.
Agbo to be precise.
Ooh.
My mom is partly Agbo, partly Edo, Ishan,
Okay.
Uromi.
All right. And someone is saying here, is Bros Efe brotherly married?
La 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 la.
It's like you have a lot of crushes. So please answer them. Are you married? Are you, in some sort of committed relationship?
I'm not married. Let's just keep the flow.
You're dodging. Somebody is eager to even talk to you. All right, you can call back 0700-1051-1051.
Okay.
So going back to Bros Efe, right? What part of Efe actually resonates with William Benson? With you personally?
No part.
No part.
No part.
So there was no struggling time for you. There was no time where you actually
So-
betrayed anybody.
No. Why
Okay.
would I betray anyone? So whatever I'm given, I work hard to make sure I achieve whatever I need to achieve
Okay.
from it and all. Life is a challenge for everybody. That's how I see it. So if you face it headlong. If you target is suffering, I don't know what that means, because nothing, no pain, no gain.
Okay.
And hope is all we hold on to. Hope leads us to the future. The mind that we have today is where we're coming from and what we want to do. The desire to pursue your dream will drive you to the place of total commitment,
Okay.
total discipline, and all that. So the years I've been in the industry, working, honing my skills, put together, I have what I call my vault of experiences. So everywhere I go, like talking with you, like hanging around you, whilst I'm talking to you, I'm looking at the street. I can be talking to you and I'm focused on all the environment, because the person who trained me taught me some 3 levels of understanding your character. It says, 1, monologue is just you talking, duologue is you and your co-actors.
Co-actor.
Then you have environmental.
Okay.
Environmental is when you carry your monologue, your duologue with your environment, the props and all that, and how you relate with it. So I observe this in our lives, even as we are here in the studio. You see the way you touch your
Yeah.
computers and
Yeah.
all that. So all these are experiences that I take and put. Then when you tell me, come and be a radio presenter, I've seen you perform, I've gone to
Observed,
interviews and all.
yeah.
I've observed it is in
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
Then when I come into the studio as an actor, the lines are there, they're just guide.
Yeah.
So all these other experiences are the finesse.
So there
you
wasn't a
put to-
part in your life where you actually had a serious downtime, just like Bros Efe. You had several downtimes to death, from death to to disappointment. Nothing like that in some way resonated with you, in that you actually brought to life in the character.
God has always been my guide and help.
Okay.
Once you understand the flow of God and how God works, you are not desperate about anything. When my dad retired, God had a way of my mom cushioning
Okay.
that effect, and we didn't really suffer.
Okay.
There are times that when things became challenging, we didn't see it as suffer. It was just a phase that
A
we
phase
need
in
to
life,
to
yeah.
face and deal with.
Yeah.
And dealing with it is not playing the victim's card,
Yeah.
where you, rather than get out and get things done, you sit down, begin to
Okay.
say the whole world is against you.
Okay.
You're on the street, you think the quickest way to make it is to beg.
Okay.
How committed are you to your friends? How committed are you to your environment? How committed are you to your society? When you are committed and disciplined to within the frame of all these people, help is always available. Help is always available. A lot of us carry this bag on our shoulders of what's that song? Is We Are the World.
Yeah.
When you sing that song,
Yeah.
you say we all need a
Shoulder to lean on.
to lean on. Lean on me
Yeah.
when you're not
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah.
We should learn to lean on people. If I can't ask you for money, the first thing I'll do is to carry water and soap and wash your car. By the time I'm doing that, you're like, Thank you very much. Come, let me give you something.
Just to chime in.
Yes,
all
please.
right, because a lot of people had different perspective.
Yes.
About the movie.
Yes.
It's about fraud.
Yes.
Obviously, bringing to light the vices of the society.
Yes.
But one would say, that in some way, the movie justifies, fraud in the country, because everyone has a backstory. So, are you saying just because you've suffered, you have to do whatever?
You don't have to, because you can't come at me and I say, "Oh, why are you into prostitution? My family were suffering and all that. That's the only thing." So you're using what you think you have, the most valuable thing.
So if it should have fought more,
it should have. It's no matter what people throw at you, grow thick skin, where people's words don't get to you to make you, to push you to the point you jump into crime.
Right.
Because that was what happened to Ife. The mother's insult every single day. Remember the scene where Ife and Nosa were in their little apartment, and were reminiscing on the mother's this thing about the children, and then you love the children but hate their father. And we laughed about it. Why? Because this woman is trustworthy. This person I'm with, she fights the mother. She stood with me. You understand? So when you have somebody like Nosa on your side, standing with you, telling you, let's go easy, you are the one that convinced her. But at the end of the day, you took her to a place where things weren't right. You didn't come clean with her to say, "Oh, I rejected it because of XYZ." You kept quiet about it. Then she found out, it now seemed like they gave you a job, you didn't want to do it. So people started judging her from that point. You ate the money, you like the money, you don't want.
She didn't know the level.
She did. But the whole film as it is not encouraging crime, is exposing crime and showing, we always have this mindset or this end point of,
you can't get away with it.
Everybody gets away with it. This person is look at the way we're celebrating crime. Oh, a boss.
Yes,
oh no,
yes.
You betrayed our boss.
Yes.
We are not talking about what
he's doing.
We were doing. Ife, or boss, Ozzy, every one of us.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, when you go out and you scam people and you come home and your parents celebrate the cars and everything you give to them without asking questions where the money is coming from, who is suffering, which family are you dealing with to make us happy, then the repercussion you will carry, because it says if you can do the crime, you can do the time. So everybody got it in the long run. Ozzy will be arrested.
At the end of the day,
we don't know. You shot somebody in the courtroom.
That's
do you understand?
A ticket to
or boss is shot already. If a mini,
everyone
so you just see. So Nosa walks away. You think her walking away, a time won't come when
she will be commanded,
be arrested. We don't know that. You hear some people in the US that, oh, this person committed this crime in 1954 and has been evading the police or evading the law enforcement agencies and all that. Then in 2025 they found him in another place with a new name and all that, but his thumbprint is still the same thing, and the person is arrested. No matter how long a crime goes, there is always a reckoning day.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much, William Benson. Like I said earlier, this has been more than an interview. We've even overstretched our time because we've been getting a lot of nuggets, a lot of, we've been tapping into your depth. And thank you so much for coming here and sharing with us. You're sharing your knowledge and also your journey with us on City 151 FM. Thank you. We look forward to other projects. I know right now.
Yes, Osamede is coming.
Yes.
Dead Tide is in the cinema. Cordelia by Tunde Kilani is in the cinema. Osamede will be out in the early fourth quarter of the year, and is a Bini film that we shot in Fuga, Edo State.
Sorry, someone really wants to talk to you.
All right.
Hello. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. We can hear you. Okay, can you speak up? Your line is breaking up. I think it's your network.
This is calling from
all right, you can share your comment. What do you have to say?
Can you ask, boss, are you seriously, you enjoy the movie so much, you talk to so much about what is going on in the industry, seriously, and exactly, brotherly
Brotherly, thank you very much. I appreciate you. God
All
bless.
right, so please share your social media. Someone is even asking. A lot of people have been asking. They really want to connect with you on social media.
My social media handle is, I'm going to spell it out,
Okay.
at WILSIMBEN. At Wilsim Ben.
Okay.
Then just type in William Benson. Then you see the blue tick. You see me wearing a suit with tie. It looks a bit dark. Then for my TikTok, it's only William Benson.
Okay.
Then Facebook, just William Benson. Snapchat, William Benson. Instagram, again, I'm going to say that again, at WILSIM, as in SIM, like your SIM card.
Okay.
Then Will in the beginning is taking out the last L. Then you only have one L. WILSIM. Then Benson, but remove the SON. Ben. So at Wilsim Ben.
All right. Thank you so much for coming again. I can't thank you enough. This has been really exciting and
Thank you.